Welcome back. So, we're going to seventh game. And this is absolutely remarkable. The Carolina Hurricanes on the road are not anywhere near as good as the Carolina Hurricanes at home. And on some level, the Carolina Hurricanes have to be concerned because you can't keep relying on winning every single game at home. That being said, the Rangers set a record tonight with their sixth straight home win over one playoff season, and they're now 4-0 in elimination games. They also have won 7 of their last 8 game 7s. Carolina's won 6 game 7s in a row. Something has to give. And this series, honestly, this was the most entertaining game of the series so far. And I thought the score dictated that. So it was Ronta versus Shesterkin. Goudreau returns, and Barclay Goudreau was very good for the New York Rangers, made a big difference in the faceoff circle, which is important. Igor chance pregame, the crowd really into it. Kopp has a rush chance that's defended. Kopp then had a near miss at the net, so he was prominent early. And the early play favored the Rangers. However, shots on net were 1 apiece at 4.5 minutes, so they're not getting enough on net at that point. Pesce has a shot that's blocked. The Canes press. Kotkaniemi has a rush chance that's saved. Aho was tonight on a fast break. And then the puck goes the other way. And it's Mott. Yeah, Motter with a goal at 7:22. It was sort of knuckled it right through Ronta. Not a great goal for Ronta. He'd want that one back. And then Mott did this gesture after the game that was speculated on Sportsnet could be for Brock Besser. Brock Besser's father passed away. And so the gesture done after the goal may very well have been sort of as a tip of the hat to Brock and the passing of his father. So that's nice if that's the case. Then Kopp nearly adds another one. Fox hits the side of the net on a wraparound. The Rangers get themselves a power play. Now, Carolina's penalty kill, absolutely fantastic during the regular season. It's been excellent at home. It's been a problem on the road. It's a problem tonight as Zibanejad scores on a rush, and it's 5-hole. So, not, again, second goal on Ronta that doesn't quite look like a Ronta goal that he would allow if this game was in Carolina. It has been such a difference between home and road. And that was on the 7th shot of the game for the New York Rangers, too. So they have 2 goals on the first 7 shots. Panarin then has a shot blocked as the Rangers press for another. Then we had to delay due to ice issues. It's always, I would imagine the hockey players are glad to get a bit of a timeout there. Canes then press once we get back to the play, and they draw a power play out of it. However, Kopp with a shorthanded rush, that kills some time. His shot deflects out. Teravainen has a blast that's saved. Jarvis then had a shot that was blocked. Trocheck's tip was saved. D'Angelo has a shot that's held, and we get some Igor chance out of that. Of course, anytime D'Angelo touches the puck, he's not very well liked by the Rangers crowd. So it's killed off. Niederreiter's tonight after. Martinook with a net feed, that's covered. Trouba has a blast that saved. The Canes block the rebound. So it could have been worse. Honestly, it could have been worse. Mika then had a backhand on a rush. That was held. 2-0 score seemed to have opened up the game. So one thing with this game has been this defensive battle. But with the 2-0 lead less than 10 minutes in, well, Carolina can't play that defensive shell game. And this is why, when we get into Game 7, if the Rangers want to have success, they need to score early, and they need to make sure Carolina can't play that smothering style of game. So we have a brief Canes press in the final minute, but after that first period, it's 2-0 for the New York Rangers. Second period, Trocheck to Necas, near miss there. The line didn't have a shot yet, even though I've got right there, Trocheck had a tip that was saved. So I guess that wasn't going on net, or they misspoke, one or the other. So Hedl fires wide on a 2-on-1. The Canes rush. Lafreniere defends that. And then on that same shift, on the second 2-on-1 that they get, this time Hedl wires it. He scores from Fox at 3:24. I thought the Hedl goal was a really good one. However, that ends the night for Ronta. Kochetkov was in. And when asked about it, Brind'Amour basically just saying, nah, we're just, we needed to change things up. He didn't put anything on Ronta. He didn't throw his goalie under the bus, which you can't because you're going back to him for Game 7. And then Carolina makes it interesting. Shea scores his first of the playoffs from Aho and Jarvis at 5:05. He wires that one from the slot. Igor screened on the play as well. Didn't see it. The Canes then press for another. However, on a good effort, good forecheck against Brendan Smith, protecting the puck, he threw like a reverse body check there, and he gets a goal at 6:47, his second goal of the period, his second goal in 4 minutes, 4.5, from Lafreniere and Shesterkin. So Shesterkin with 2 assists in this game. Pekka Rinne vibes from 2017. They mentioned Rinne with the 2 assists, and I'm like, I remember that Rinne series. Pekka Rinne was just too good at that point. So the backhand goes over Kochetkov's shoulder, so welcome to the game. Kotkaniemi that has a shot deflect out. There's some pushing after a save by Kochetkov. Stahl has a miss wide on a rush. Aho and Hedel were unfriendly. No penalties on that play. The referees didn't want to call anything at this stage. They wanted to just, okay, you guys are going to do whatever, fine, but just break it up after. We get more sticking and poking at each other. The next whistle, still no call on that. And then at 12:47, Carolina gets back within 2. It's Trocheck from Necas and Shea. The puck bounced around. Igor seemed to have lost track of it. So it's just one of those bouncing pucks, and Trocheck puts it in. And then the Canes get a power play. Jarvis can't bury one. The Rangers clear it out. It's killed off, just the 2 shots allowed by the Rangers. Kreider then had a rush that was defended by Slavin. Hedel's denied the hat trick on a rush. Teravainen to Aho, near miss there. Heavy pressure by the Canes. Then they get a power play with 2:18 left. So this is a key power play for them. Necas fires wide. The Canes cycle it. Keandre Miller clears it out. That's killed off. No shots allowed. And after that's done, just 18 more seconds to finish out the period, which they do. And so we go to the third with the score 4-2 in favor of the Rangers. I had not put up their series tied because I thought, no, maybe Carolina's going to have a good third period. No. Scoring-wise, no. Third period, Strome can't bury an early chance. The Canes press at 1.5 minutes. We had a nice long stretch without a whistle, which favors the team that's up by 2. The Rangers get a power play, and it's a 4-minute power play. Zibanejad has a shot that deflects out, and then we get 2 minutes of 4-on-4 as the discipline issues start showing up kind of for both teams in this. Zibanejad blasts one wide, then we get a 4-on-3 for the Rangers for 55 seconds. Zibanejad has a shot deflect wide, Pesce clears it out, and then when Panarin comes out of the box, it becomes a 5-on-3. And Panarin would score during that from Kreider and Strome at 7:43. That is the first goal of the series for Artemi Panarin. I cannot stress enough how important it is to the Rangers that in Game 7, Panarin brings that kind of energy. That was his first shot of the game, too. So he scored at 5-hole from the slot. We then get pushing after a hold by Igor. Trocheck's denied in close. We get more pushing, and now referees are pulling guys. So there's 2 minutes of 4-on-4 out of that. Then this is to me, it's one of those moments where I'm like, what are you doing? So D'Angelo scores after the whistle. Well, you can't do that. So, it draws a crowd. And I'm not talking about like a second after the whistle. I'm talking a while after the whistle. So he takes the shot, and it's not like it's a harmful shot or anything, but he knows it's going to draw a crowd. He knows it's going to tick people off, and the Rangers were getting a penalty. So instead of getting a power play, D'Angelo, with his unsportsmanlike conduct, makes it a 4-on-4. So no power play to Carolina. If you get a PPG right there, you're down by 2. You've still got half a period left. But, and that's the thing with D'Angelo. You get the really good when he's on, and then that kind of thing, and it does leave you going, well, wait. Well, all right, that happened. So during that, Panarin has a shot that's kicked to the corner. The shots are 10-5 for the Canes with 6.5 minutes left. More pushing with 5:21 left. The Rangers go to the power play. Panarin hits the side of the net. Shorthanded rush by Necas. He fires wide. It's killed off. No shots allowed. But the Rangers aren't worried about that. Now there's 3.5 minutes left. Less than that, actually. And they're still up by 3. So Jarvis has a rush chance that's held. There's some Igor chance in the final minute. Things get kind of punchy at the horn. Reeves wanted to go out there and have a bit of a punch. And the linesman and referees saying no. So your final score is 5-2, and it's remarkable with the Canes. They're plus 17 at home. Fantastic at home. They're a minus 18 on the road. They're 0-6 on the road and 7-0 at home. If they hold form, they're going to go home. They're going to win Game 7 on Monday. But again, how long can you do this? They're kind of due for a loss at home, aren't they? This is record territory. 13 games in a row that Carolina's played and the home team has won. Since it's NHL record territory, that would tell you, the law of averages, eventually a road team has to win in a series. So they're definitely, in my eyes anyways, I think they're playing with fire. But yeah, so 4-0 in elimination games for the Rangers. They're going to try to do it again. It is different on the road for Game 7 than it was the last round against Pittsburgh, where that was at home. Your 3 stars are Hedel, Shesterkin. I would have given Shesterkin the first star, but hey, Hedel had 2 goals, so no problem. Goudreau is the third star. The shots favor Carolina in every period. 15-12 in the first, 11-7 in the second, 13-6 in the third. Final shots 39-25 for Carolina. And the goaltending was a huge difference in this game. The Rangers, Shesterkin, cool. Absolutely cool. He's fine. Everything's great. Ronta, definitely shaky on a couple of those goals. Power plays, the Canes 0 for 3, the Rangers 2 for 5. So they were 40% on the power play tonight. Not Carolina-like numbers. The hits, 32-26 in favor of New York. Ronta saves 10 out of 13. Kochetkov saves 10 out of 12. Shesterkin saves 37 out of 39. So he saves 37 shots and gets 2 assists on top of that. He is a dual threat. Plus, the fact that he got an interference penalty, he joins only Tom Barrasso in terms of a goaltender who's had 2 assists and a penalty in the same game in the playoffs. Barrasso was not shy when it came to taking penalty, and it happens. Goalies every now and then get kind of ticked off and they come out of their crease and let somebody know they're not happy. Or they try to throw a pick and the referee catches them. So either way, that happens. And tonight, no harm, no foul. Very good night for Shesterkin, a very good night for the Rangers. Let me know your thoughts about this game in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you're browsing your way through, you just happened upon this video. And hey, thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.